Did you know that in the medieval period they believed that if you took a corpse that had been murdered and put that corpse in the presence of the murderer, that the corpse would bleed and thereby indicating the guilt of the murderer? I'm Lauren-Jane, I'm a doctor. I'm going to be telling you the history of this and also why it's not as weird as it might sound. This is a process that they called cruentation. Now, there's a couple of ways this evidence comes down to us. It's very well documented, but actually also comes down to us from none other than Shakespeare himself. And in his play Richard III, we see the body of Henry VI bleed in front of his murderer, who is Richard III. Now, before we get into the science of what actually might have been going on, let's look at the history. Now, I could only find anecdotal pieces of evidence about this, but it seems to be that it's often linked with anti-Semitism. Now, I found a story from Germany about a young girl called Margaretha, and she was reportedly killed by Jews and thrown into the water. Now, when her body was retrieved, and this leads nicely on to kind of explaining how this happened, this body, which has been in the water, is taken into the presence of Jewish people and bleeds, thereby indicating their guilt. Now, this is a story that's obviously been concocted to drill up anti-Semitism, but let's look at the science and see if we can pull this all together. We think of dead bodies as being silent as the grave, but that's actually not the case. And I think about death. After death, the body enters another stage. There are microbes in the stomach which have been kept quiet by your immune system. They're now stepping into a new phase of life and multiplying. You will get a lot of leakage of fluids from different orifices. Some of these might well be their purge fluids. They might well be reddish brownish. And if you have got a body that has visible wounds in it after a few days after death, as decomposition sets in, you might start to see leakage of bloody coloured fluids from these wounds. Now, obviously, they're not going to leak at the moment of being exposed to a murderer, but if you are putting someone who you think is guilty in a room with someone who's been dead for a few days, you might well see some kind of moving of fluids. I hope you found this video really interesting, guys. Congratulations, you are weird if that's the case. So come and join me. I'm weird as well. So I'm Lauren-Jane, a medical doctor. Got a YouTube account. Check it out. I'd love to see you on my Instagram or TikTok. Have a great day, guys.